Leaving menus.
Hi, it's Dr.
Edit.
Robinson, and today I'm going to go over how to use Tiger 9. It has the new math edition options to translate math beautifully in Word, and how to do graphics, how to add graphics, and of course, do the commands, whether no matter what degree of vision you have. Okay, so if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm going to quickly show you that we're doing the all equals or the brath, just the braille.
Length of
Hold
solution.
on.
Quantify. Math content A squared plus B squared.
Okay, so you do all equals, and you can do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or you can do this on your braille display. I'm just going to open this on my braille display. I'm using a Focus 40. If you're going into the math field, I highly suggest an 80 cell. But let me go ahead and just quickly open this.
Braille math editor. Equation edit contains text. Type.
And of course, you can see all the beautiful braille. We're doing UEB math today. If you need to, you can do a Control A. You can copy that. Actually, I'll just do that for you.
Selected. Copied.
So if you're visual, you can help your student learn this code. Even if you are just a screen reader user, you of course can put your fingers on that and repeat those commands over and over. I'm going to hit escape, get out.
Right.
I'm going to hit end, I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to Control
Paste it.
V to paste it. So then the teacher who has sight can actually just be repeating the dots to the student if you're learning that yourself. Okay, or enter all equals.
Selected. Math content.
You can also do this
Arrow.
on the computer. A squared, of course, shift 6 is to the power of plus
Space.
and b to the power of 2 equals c to the power of 2. Okay, and of course, if you've watched my videos, Alt-J-E takes you to the equation editor. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do insert down arrow just so you can listen to the math. If you don't have vision, you can actually hear everything that we're doing. So insert down arrow, let's listen to this.
Math content A squared plus B squared equals C squared, where math content open A close math content A and D open B right parent are the lengths of the legs, and math content open C closes the length of the hypotenuse, given colon. Math content A equals 6 meters, math content C equals 10 meters. We need to find math content open B close. Math content 6 squared plus B squared equals 10 squared. Math content 36 plus B squared equals 100. Math content B squared equals 100 minus 36. Math content B squared equals 64. Math content B equals square root 64. Math content B equals 8 meters. So the length of the other leg is 8 meters. Page 2. Right triangle ABC image 816 points wide by 671 points high in line with text. Page 3. Graphic grouped object.
Okay, and so of course you want to alt text your images. I'm going to show you how to do this image all by yourself, even if you don't have vision. So I'm going to do a Control N, and always make sure you do a Control Enter at the end of your math so the image is on the page all by itself. Let's go ahead and Control N.
Control N, page 1, document 1.
And this is how you would insert an image all by yourself. I'm going to go Alt N to insert P to my pictures and O for online.
Alt N, upper ribbon E, insert pic O, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, insert picture about colon blank, online pictures. No.
I'm going to hush them up. I'm going to type in right triangle.
R-I-G-A-T-R-I-A-N-G-L-E.
And I'm going to hit enter.
Triangle, enter. Not selected. Right triangle trigonometry space marker pre-calculus 1 of 24 to move.
So there's 24 items. I know the item that I want is going to go, I'm going to go down arrow to find it. Right now you cannot right and left arrow through this. So if you cannot find what you need, of course, you're going to have to do another search. I'm going to go down arrow to the right triangle that I want.
Not selected. Right triangle trick. Not selected. Right. Not selected. Geometry dash Z coordinates of third point left pair.
You're actually not sure where you're at. Just hit spacebar.
Geometry dash Z coordinates of
and it will select it, and that is the one I want. So I'm going to go ahead and tab. You do have to select it in order to insert it. Insert option won't even appear if you don't select something. I'm going to tab to insert.
Insert left pair and one right.
Hit enter.
Grouped object graphic.
Okay.
With text,
now,
with text and space.
I'm going to hush up Jaws, or he's going to talk over top of me. So what you want to do is you need to change your page down to 100% because now I'm going to go into the Be My Eyes app. If you did not know Be My Eyes has an option for your computer, it does. Just go to the Microsoft Store, type in Be My Eyes, go ahead and download that. And of course, you automatically have that done. I have done the picture smart. It does not work in this. So it will in some, but not all. But Be My Eyes will. I'm going to Alt VZ. And I'm not hearing my JAWS because I suspended him. Let me hear where I'm actually at. Insert tab.
In line with text. In line with text button.
Hit escape and get out. And now I'm going to Alt
Alt
V.
V. Upper ribbon. Z. Leaving
Z.
menus. Leaving ribbons. Alt 1.
1 to
Enter.
100%. Okay, and now I'm going to open my Be My Eyes app, and it's going to tell me exactly the way this right triangle looks. Now, any of those probably could have been fine, but I wanted a particular one, so you can just keep going through the different right triangles in order to find the one you want. I want to go ahead and actually Control-Shift-O first on this.
Grouped object graphic. Grouped object. Inline objects dialog. List 1 list view. Greater group 3 408 points wide by 3.
So you can hear that. There's no alt text to it. So I always tell students and transcribers immediately alt text that. All you have to do is hit your applications key, hit A for alt text, and type in actually what it is. I'm going to hit enter to reselect this because I want to tab to the words that say this photo is blah, 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 blah. You want to get rid of that, otherwise it's going to come out as garbage on your embosser. So I'm going to hit enter to select it.
Enter picture 408. Picture 1 graphic. Grouped object. Picture 1. This photo by unknown author is licensed.
Tab once, tab again.
This photo by unknown author is licensed.
And delete.
Picture 1 graphic. Picture 1 image. Layout option.
Now I actually have the picture that I want.
Escape.
And I'm going to hit escape. Now I'm going to open my Be My Eyes app.
Search Be My Eyes app. Press
Hit enter.
Enter. Be My Eyes. Be My Eyes.
Okay, I'm just going to hush them up. I already know my commands. I'm going to use Control-Alt-H. All the commands do begin with Control-Alt. And Control-Alt-H is pretty much the one I'm using all the time. I'm going to Alt-Tab to my picture.
Document 1-word to move to an item.
I'm going to Control-Alt-H.
Alt-Control-H. Be My Eyes. Be My AI tab. 1 of 2. To switch pages, press Control plus page down. Please wait. Be My AI is writing a message. Question to ask the AI edit. Type in text. The image shows a Microsoft Word document with a diagram of a right triangle. The triangle is labeled with colon, dash vertices, colon V1, V2, V3 in red, dash sides, colon A, B, C in black, dash angles, colon A, B, C in blue, with angle C being a right angle. The triangle is oriented with the right angle at vertex V2. Okay, and at that point, I can actually ask it more questions, which is really nice. What you want to do is you want to copy out that image and you want to paste it into your document in order to hand in, but emboss this image out. Can you do it on the other document? Absolutely, you can, especially when you hit Control Enter and make that shape all by itself on another page. But for ease, just emboss it off right here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. And then when you're listening to Be My Eyes, you're going to have your fingers on that diagram, and you're going to be feeling every single one of the points that it's telling you. Because the picture is not going to change to UEB code or Nemeth code because it is in print, you can still feel all the shape, and that's what you want to do. You want to connect that into your brain. I'm going to hit escape and get out. Oh, that's right. Escape does not get it out. I have to Alt F4. And I actually don't want to close my Be My app, Be My Eyes, because I'm going to be doing other graphics in this math lesson. So you just Alt Tab back to your Word document. Document 1-word. To move to an item, press the arrow key.
Okay, once the graphic is there, you want to go ahead and reselect it and do check the size of it. And I'm going to show you how to change that size. Once again, Control-Shift-O.
Inline objects dialog. List enter.
Enter.
408 point applications.
Applications key.
Remove this A. Menus. Document 1-word.
Okay, so I've opened the alt text because if I copy this and paste it into Word, if you don't, it's just going to say object, object. Everybody who knows that, who uses a screen reader knows that. So when I do Control-Shift-O and I have 6 graphics in there, it doesn't matter. It's going to just make it beautifully. I'm going to Control Space and C to close my navigation pane so it pops me back to my picture.
Control Space, Group C, leaving menus, Microsoft Word document.
Okay, now I'm going to check the size.
Escape, right triangle, applications, group, cut, 1 of 3.
Now I can up arrow, but I'm going to just hit Z because I've done this a lot. Size and position is Z.
Z, leaving menus, cancel.
If you've never been into the application key option, do down arrow or up arrow and listen to all your options. Make sure lock aspect ratio is selected because when you change your absolute values, which is where you need to work, it will automatically change correctly. I'm going to Alt A just to check to make sure that is checked. If I Alt A and it says unchecked, it's because by default, it typically is checked. Alt A.
Alt lock aspect ratio checkbox not checked. To check, press space. Check.
Spacebar to recheck that. Now I'm going to go to my absolute value. Now I'm giving you the hotkey commands just because I've done this so much. You can always tab around in all dialog boxes in order to learn these commands well. I'm going to Alt E.
Alt E, absolute radio button checked.
Yep, and I'm going to tab to see how large it is.
Absolute height, edit combo. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type the value.
Okay, so I have it in points. You can go into your Alt F. You can go ahead and go to T to your options. Go down to advanced. You can change this to inches or whatever you want. This is a pretty good size for me, 335.5 point. If you're in inches, of course, it's probably going to be easier if you know inches. If you're in centimeters or points, then of course you want to change that default to what you know. I'm going to tab to my width to make sure it's changed correctly. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do 340 so you can actually see the triangle change if you have vision.
3, 4, 0.
Okay, and then visually you can also see your width automatically change. So tab.
340, absolute width, edit combo. To set the value, use the arrow keys or type the value, computer braille.
Yep, and as soon as you tab to that, of course, that's on my braille display also, it automatically checks or changes because you had lock aspect ratio. Otherwise, your picture is going to come out looking funny. I'm going to hit enter.
Enter, right triangle graphic, right triangle.
And it changed that. At this point, I'm going to do Control P.
Menu, print group, print button, 1 of 3.
Tab.
Leaving printer, which printer combo box, APH Pix.
Now, the APH Pix Blaster is actually the Columbia embosser from ViewPlus Technology. They also are the ones that are selling the Tiger software, which connects all this together. I'm not going to hit enter because everybody knows what an embosser sounds like. I'm going to hit escape.
Escape, printer, which printer?
You can Control C to copy this if you want and paste it back. I'm just going to Alt Tab back to my document.
Right docs dash word.
And here I am. So my right triangle, I'm going to go ahead and Control Home.
Page 1, top, a right triangle.
And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and translate this. So you should have heard my other videos on how to make your profile. And I'm going to go ahead and hit Alt Y2 to my Tiger. If you haven't created a profile, make sure you do. That's C for create. And if I wanted to go to my profile, G, because I have many profiles under there, I can actually change that in the combo box. If you're not sure what you have, hit O to open that and recheck it. I am good to go. I just want to translate this, so I'm going to hit X to translate.
X, leaving menus, leaving ribbons, Y2X, translation progress, translation.
I'm going to hush him up because he's going to do a lot of talking. You do need to be very careful about hitting your keys as you're translating this because you don't want to muck it up. You do have to save this, so make sure you hit F12 and save it properly. And once again, I've hushed him up so he doesn't talk a lot. But visually, you can see this is all translating. I did select the option of ink. By default, I do not have ink in here. But if you have vision, of course, I wanted you to be able to see the words if you can't pick up the braille really quickly. So you do have the text in there. You have to have an ink embosser if you use that. I just want the braille. Totally depends on your ease of what you want. Control home. And I am all the way home. And you can Alt-V-Z just so you can see it better. We hit 1 for 100%.
Enter, text box 2,
and of course, you can actually see more of that. At that point, you're going to see some of the ASCII in here. Don't worry about that. You just want the embossed. At that point, I'm going to go ahead and Control P once again.
Menu, print group.
And I just hit enter. You do want, if you have lots of printers, you do want to tab to your printer to make sure it is the correct one. But at that point, you hit enter and, of course, emboss all of this out.
Escape,
so that is how you take it from typing or brailing all your math into Word and translating it and embossing out directly in Word. Very easy, really life-changing. Okay, so that is how you do that along with your perfect graphics. So as you're reading the math, you can have your fingers on the graphics also. Okay, see you in the next lesson.
Zoom work Alt Q end meeting for end.